Hey guys, welcome back to another Space Engineers episode. As usual, I'm Foxy from OGG, and I wanted to try something just a little bit different. So recently I uploaded to YouTube a series of videos of the Space Engineers campaign, and in it we had a few fun laughs and a few fun scares, but there were a couple of things that I noticed that I wanted to see, namely how the elevator system actually worked and being able to explore the Mission 3 area. Now, I've already done all the episodes. I did them all on the 4th. I don't remember which day that was. And I broke them up into 4 parts so that I could introduce them one day at a time. But one of the things that I noticed from Mission 3 was that there were a lot more Easter eggs there, and there was a lot more buildings to explore, and I never got a chance to actually do that. So before we go into 3, I actually want to jump back into 1, because there's something I actually noticed. Whenever the mission loads, it loads with all the assets already in game. So any ship that's going to appear is already loaded, or at least that was the case with Mission 2 and Mission 3. I am not completely sure with Mission 1. In Mission 3, I also noticed there were a couple of more Easter eggs that I never got around to actually seeing because I didn't really explore. I went back in today and I noticed, just like the Miles O'Brien reference, there was actually a few more references. So we'll get to that in just a few minutes, but everything should have been loaded in except for the vehicles, and the purpose of this is to see how they put it together and how they built this. So what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, cheat. We're going to hit Alt F10 and then turn on the Space Master mode, and I got to do it like this. So already here is everything. So my ship is over here. We see a number of the things that I've already bumped into, and you'll notice that there's next to no way I would be able to, let's actually go to a window so we can see. I'm not going to be able to see that ship over there in the distance, but it's loaded in and it's waiting to fire. Over here we see a lot more objects. Here's one of the assets that was firing directly on the base. It's just shooting at the turrets. Here's another one. This is apparently the mining faction. Now, they didn't make it too clear, but you were contracted in such a way as to come to the outpost here, the ROS outpost. The person you are working for just happens to be a goober. You actually kill him later, and I mean, my biggest problem was they did not hold on to the not command prompts, but the texts that you'll see in the bottom right. I know the game is in beta. I know this is just our first taste, and this is something that'll get ironed out in the future, but I do also want to understand, hey buddy, and this guy is just like sitting here chilling. I remember passing by thinking, oh crap, he's probably going to shoot at me, and I booked it. So you could see that they already have all the assets completely loaded in, ready to go, ready to pass on by. This is actually a really insane setup. It doesn't even have to be perfect. It can be as hodgepodge as you want it, because you're only going to see the inside. That's why you see a lot of these assets just like outside, just exposed and whatnot, like the reactor here and that timer block that they just put on. I'm not entirely sure but I do think that this is another player's build that they got off the workshop. I could be wrong about that. I have no clue. I'm just guessing. So let's go ahead and jump into the next world, because I want to do this as quickly as possible. We're not going to save it all. Because one of the things that I had noticed in when I was going back to edit Mission 3 was that the ship that brought me in to the ruined base took off and just flew off into the distance, but just kind of stayed there. It didn't move. Did I? Oh, I thought I... Oh. I clicked no. Whoops. Okay. I was like, did it freeze? No. Por Dios. Okay. So, mission 2. Yes, mission 2. Since we're not going to be really walking around, well, actually, we do kind of want to walk around just a little bit. So I'm going to do something here. When I bring up the Space Master tools, I'm going to try and see exactly where those... I had no idea where they were. So let's see if we can actually find those. But still, I really do like that, the way they have the small grid sign. Uh-oh. Hello. Oh. Put me here, huh? What? What's that noise? Oh, thank you. How very kind. Okay, so again, Alt F10. Bring up these. Let's see if we can hit F8. Nope, F8 no working. So let's go ahead and just look at the biggest grid. Hello. So here is the lunar base, and here's beneath the lunar base. So I was wondering exactly how the elevator system worked, and oops, little too fast. And it should have been clear to me that it was really, really loud. I was thinking maybe it was on a wheel system or whatnot, but it turns out it's on a thruster system with timer blocks. I thought, it might have been like wheels and sensors, but, I was wrong. And, thinking about that, I'm like, really? Wheels? That would have been a literal clang fest. So, for those who are wondering, the elevator is actually thruster driven, which, I mean, good idea. But here's something that we never noticed, was if you were looking and this passed by, Blair, I don't know who that's a reference to, so it seems like this will be my final log. I always wondered when people found the time to write these things before dying. Looks like I found out. At least I tried to do the right thing. And that's the maintenance access, where it'll stop whenever you first come back up. Whenever you come back up. So you remember this little area. So for the sake of argument, let's see. Oh yeah, let's check in these containers. So these shouldn't really mess with me. Did it teleport me? No, it didn't teleport me. Teleport here. That's weird. Oh, dink. How's it going, buddy? Huh, that's... Oh, I guess you gotta do it manually now. Player control. So, let's come and take a look. Ice and stone. Oh, and is there an oxygen generator around here? We can make some hydrogen. And I don't think there's any hydrogen in here, though. Wrong button. Nope. No hydrogen. Let's check these. One oxygen bottle. And, oh. Oh, that could be a game type. Curling. Oh, ammo. Yeah, that could be helpful. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to deal with those guys, but being able to duck behind here, get out of my way, just like they're shooting at me. Oh. Oh, I wonder if that would... Nice. Just like sort of block their way. Can I move the big one? I think the big one is actually sunk into the wall a little bit. Yeah, the big one's sunk into the wall. So, let's go ahead and jump back into... Okay, so that's the maintenance area. Let's go back down, blah, blah, blah. So there is just a lot of tunnels down here. And, oh, see, there he is. That little mining drone that just comes out at you. And apparently there's another one over here. And I never noticed this, but up here is like a... I wouldn't say it's a secret area. You can actually get to this by a passageway. If we zoom out here, you can see just exactly where it leads from. So there's so many different ways to actually get to that area. You could, you know, go through here and up through there, whatever. I think one of the ways I went was that way. I think if we can see the dead body. Hello, Mr. Diet. And is this a cargo container? Yes, this is a cargo container. But I really don't think it's the rifle is going to be in there. Let's actually go back up here, because this is something I wanted to actually look at. Let's go back to our tools. Teleport here. Player control. Whee! Now. Okay, so what's in here? Ah! Okay, so a drill, rifle, uranium, welder, oxygen. Why would you need uranium? But we will take that rapid fire. Ooh, and an elite welder. That's crazy. I mean, it's not like you would even need any of this stuff. Unless... Maybe if there was something that you could fix to use that for. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see if this is even... Well, let's move that. And then... yeah, let's see how rapid this thing is. Slightly more rapid. So where... Then... Yeah! Yeah, you see how much more rapid that is. I can do some damage. That's not damaged. That's not damaged. Oh, an oxygen generator. Well, there was ice down there, and then if you had spare bottles and wanted to make some hydrogen, I guess, you know, this is a good place to do it. Like, while I was over here, everything got eerily quiet. Look at that. That's creepy. Okay, so. And it's actually just above here. So we can actually come back down here and see if that precision rifle is in here. It's not. Huh. No, there should be another one around here, I think. Somewhere around here is a cargo container with a precision rifle, but you know that really doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and test how effective the rapid fire is on this. Oh, liquid! Oh, they couldn't take it. That's awesome. That is truly, truly awesome. So yeah, that is my recommendation. Get the rapid fire rifle first, and then come down here and deal with those things. What does this say? Okay, The research team is impatiently anticipating the artifact's arrival at the main base. I'm not delaying this again. I won't be lectured one more time about the importance of timekeeping by those stay-at-home scientists. I'm guessing that's by Marcus. Jeez. I can't control my feelings. Okay. Let's actually see if there is anything else that we missed. Oops. Oh. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to point out. The ship actually launches from down there, and it kind of like teleports you to here, where you're actually inside the ship moving towards them, and they're just like, hey buddy, how's it going? And wow. I was going to say that you could at any point in time just come into Space Master mode and come over here and hit Control B and seal this as a blueprint, but I think many of you knew that already. Let's go back down here and let me show you that indeed that ship is actually loaded in the bay over here. So the missions, as I've seen it, load all the assets in, and it's just a matter of teleporting your character around. And I mean, that makes so much more sense now that I think about it, because I was thinking, okay, maybe the assets spawned in or just, you know, phased in or whatever, but I didn't think that they were loaded in and out of sight. You know, I have no idea how games are developed, and that makes a ton of sense. That's pretty much all we can really do here. All the secrets of this place has been unlocked. I now want to go... Oh. Or is that is that the same one? Yeah, that's the same one. I just like went right back to it. This was the garage. And, oh. K. Clark. I have no idea who that's a reference to. Supervisor called me into the pit today. Damn, I hate that rickety old elevator. Me and Clark have something in common. Scares the hell out of me every time I ride it. Jeez, these people. I love you guys so much. I keep asking for it to be serviced, but they say it's not necessary. I don't think they plan to remain here much longer. Security Drone 7 has developed a fault, but thankfully it was a quick job to repair. I don't know how these scientists can stand to be down in those caves for so long. So I'm wondering if Drone 7 was down here, came to, and was just like, F this car. F everything about this car. That is actually still a really nice rover design. Again, I can never build anything like this small. All right. Oh. Oh, okay. I was like, big door, where go? Okay. So let's go ahead and jump to the one that I really, really, really wanted to explore. And that was the ruined base. That's mission 5, so we can... No, mission 3. Mission 3. Such a goober. Yes. Was it takeoff? I'm not sure anymore. I think like takeoff is just when the ship takes off. I would have thought that I would have had like other, you know, checkpoints like coming into land and whatnot. Doesn't seem to be. So there were just so many buildings around here and around the actual facility. At one point I saw a defensive emplacement just on the outside of the camp, and I thought to myself, I wonder what happens if I was James O'Brien, I believe his middle name is James, from Deep Space Nine, the chief engineer. I can't remember what the name of the actor was. Huh? Why are you open without me? No, me captain, me fly. Okay. Oh no. Por Dios. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump back into our Space Master tools. Find the biggest grid. And as you can see, the ship that you first... Well, not the ship that you first. The ship that you get from the ground is just like right here waiting. And right behind it is the space battle. Again, all the assets are already loaded in and ready for everything to take place. What they're waiting on is the queues. So if you remember in the hangar, not the hangar, but in the very first mission, whenever you first load in and you walk inside the facility, I saw this off to the side, and I was thinking, holy crap, it might shoot at me. Come to find out it was only half built, derelict, underpowered, not activated. So this is what it looks like in its final glory. It's just a drone fighter, and I mean, it's a really, really nice design. And I have no idea what this thing is. I get the feeling it's really just designed to be purdy, because, you know, you go inside and it's just hodgepodge. I mean, it doesn't need to be fancy whatsoever, but just the fact that it includes everything is just awesome. And in case somebody decides they want to, you know, have it or fly around in it or use it, I mean, you can come in this thing right now. There's so much room that you could build individual rooms for every one of these components and still have room, you know, for your elbows and whatnot. But this thing, oh, this is a mamma jamma. So absolutely no way up to the bridge. This thing is fake. And the internals are just as fake. And if any of you were ever wondering what the leeway is on these actual models, here it is. This is one block apart, but because of the way that this thing is designed, these thrusters aren't doing any damage to this thing, but at the same time, it's not moving. So warheads for those timed explosions. If you remember, after you destroy enough of the turrets, which, let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't even think it's aiming for the turrets. I think you just have to aim for these things. Yeah, forget the turrets, just aim for the X's. That's interesting. I actually never noticed that before. And you know what? I actually use a similar design. I don't come out with this, though. That's cool. I do go with this to... Actually, I close mine just a little bit more. Because there's like the other angle block that you can use that'll give you kind of a triangle. So... I do something similar, but not this. That's actually, I never thought to do that. Let's see what else. More warheads for when you hit all the X's. I mean, it's just there to be pretty. I don't even think there is a command bridge on this thing. Huh? Oh. Is that armor? Yeah, that's armor deformation. That must have... Either that's a bug or just an accident that occurred. No telling at this point. And I just think it's funny that it includes thrusters, but it doesn't really move. But still, it just looks really, really neat. It looks really, really mean. And this is kind of like the thing that IMDC goes for, you know, the internal ship and then the outer layer armor, you know, just formed and factored. So pretty. Let's see. And here's the Rebel Alliance. These ships are actually really cool. I do like these. And then these bad boys. You better believe I saved all these things as blueprints. And this, just a mining defensive ship, just mining drills and missiles. You know, I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that I actually do for blasting through to the minerals that I want is using missile launcher. Oh, that's the other one. And again, that's the ship that just you teleport into. which is... Ooh, I sped up instead of slowing down, which is still just down here. So, as for one of the Easter eggs that I found that I thought was really delightful, it's just over here. Because we found the... Is it Miles James or Miles Edward O'Brien? I think it's Miles Edward O'Brien. But here we have James K. James Kirk. James T. Kirk. I thought that was cool. Attention! The grind pit is out of bounds until further notice. Why? Last week's accident was too close to being really serious. I will not put anyone at further risk. We will salvage every last scrap by hand if we have to, at least until the pit has been repaired and verified safe. And I actually really do like the way this thing looks. The pit. I just dig that crane look, but my question is exactly what... Oh, I tried to land just then. I totally forgot I'm spectating all this. I wonder what it's supposed to do though, because it can't really raise up, and this can't be lowered. So there aren't really any more secrets around here. Where's the ship that lands? The ship that brings you in usually... Oh, it left already, that's why. It left because this thing opened, meaning that we were ready to take off. Otherwise, it would be like just where my cursor is over here, just like floating and going back and forth like this. I didn't know what it was doing. I thought it was spazzing out. But these little buildings here, and this wall, I really do feel like stealing this design. It is so cool, and using, you know, the armor slabs and whatnot. So this is one of the emplacements that's outside of the zone over here. Just this perimeter defense. And I definitely dig this design. Just protective interior guns. I thought this guy would also have his own message, but you know, he doesn't. And having a Gatling turret on... Well, I think this is a Gatling. Yeah, that's a Gatling. There's no way that's a missile launcher. But imagine these with like their own little missile launcher and their protective gats on all sides. That's so cool. Well, except for that side, because that side's a door. There's actually another one over here that's just as messed up. That is still so cool, though. I definitely dig that. It's something I'm definitely going to copy. And just this little hut over here. You know, we couldn't actually enter these because these things don't really have any power. And I didn't realize that there were these side doors that I could see, well, side windows that I could see into. I was running around one of these things at one point just like, I want to see in. Come to find out, you know, there was in this area. I could have just like jumped and walked up and been like, oh, well, that's cool. But still. And then, you know, it's more of them over here. And then there's the ship that I was really wanting to have a look at, but then I decided, you know, I'd just continue on with the mission because we were pressed for time. I didn't know it was that messed up. It's simply one of the other ships that's in orbit right now. Excuse me. Almost hiccuped. It's just another one of those ships that's actually up there at orbit that they just ground down, but still, it's a nice amount of detail. All these components over here. This place would make a great junkyard base. Oh, I didn't notice the fire. I mean, there's just so much here that once completed would just make the most awesome base. And nice little garage and little tent-like areas for all your parts and stuff. Oh, I wonder what's in there. I mean, it can't be anything. Oh, and yeah, one of those cute little ROS buggies, the little tiny mini tank drone things. I wouldn't even call that a tank. I would just call it a Gatling buggy. It's so cute, though. I want one as a pet. Did I ever come in? I don't think I ever came in here. Oh, nice. I never came in here. I don't even know if this is something that you can open. Oh, you can actually get into it in a cargo container. I hadn't even noticed that. Where's my character? Let's actually see if any of that is accessible whatsoever. Yay. Okay. We'll have a look-see. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you can come in from here. So what does this do? Hangar doors. What is that noise? Can I access it? Yes! That is so cool. I didn't even know that. Yes! How you like me now? Not gonna lie, this thing drives better than anything that I've ever built. I'm actually turning while accelerating and I'm not flipping over. You know, oh man, there's another one turned over. I didn't even notice that one. This is so cool. I might just like say F this video and continue doing this. This is enjoyable. Hate to say it, this thing drives like a sports car compared to everything I've built. Let me in. Oh. Okay, that was fun. So I mean, there's really not that much more to show. There's definitely no secrets in the 4th and 5th installment. That's pretty much at face value. What even is that noise? Tell you what though, it's beginning to make me nauseous. It's farther away from it. It's something over there. Oh, yeah. And this elevator is on a piston. There's something behind there. Okay, it stopped. But anyways, that's pretty much all the secrets, everything that, you know, you could find by exploring on your own. I just thought I'd come through the first, I guess, 3 and show you guys exactly how they set it up and where the best rifle would be for the second mission. That could really help you out if you want to sit there and actually duke it out with those drones. I didn't. You saw me. I panicked and I took off running. I freak out real easy. That's why I don't play horror games, even though everyone is telling me I should. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. We will certainly do a lot more of these in the future, and whenever campaigns are eventually released that are created by the community, can't wait for those community created campaigns are finally released to the workshop. I definitely plan on doing some of those. There are a couple, but to get them playable requires you to do like third-party installations and download zips and put them in. I'm not going to do all that. Just I need something I can click subscribe to and be able to play. Let's see if I still have... No. Why would I have it? Or... Oh. Can I? No. It almost looks like... No, it's not highlighted. Whoops. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it here at OGG. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really, really helps our channel out. And as always, please come back for more.